You know, in the world of sports, you've got stats, you've got records, and then you have the unwritten rules. The ones that kind of defy logic, but just hold true year after year.
And I'm talking about one rule in particular. It's almost like a secret password for championship teams. It's got a nearly 90% success rate going all the way back to the 80s. It has become the gold standard, you know? The thing that separates the pretenders from the teams that have real championship DNA.
And this season, something pretty wild happened. A team that, let's be honest, shouldn't even be in this conversation. A team full of kids, babies as one analyst called them, they just crashed the party. It's a run that feels impossible. So you have to ask, is this just a crazy fluke, or are we literally watching the birth of the NBA's next great dynasty? Okay, let's get into it. So first things first, what even is this rule? It's actually shockingly simple, but man, it is an incredibly powerful way to measure greatness.
It's called the 40-20 rule, and the legendary coach Phil Jackson was a huge believer in it. The whole theory is pretty straightforward. The NBA season is a total meat grinder. 82 games. It just exposes teams that don't have the discipline or the depth. So if you can't manage to stack up 40 wins before you hit 20 losses, you probably just don't have the firepower to survive the playoffs. And I'm telling you, history has proven him right, time and time again.
So this season, only 3 teams made the cut. The Oklahoma City Thunder, yeah, no surprise there. The Denver Nuggets, the defending champs, of course. And then, get this, the San Antonio Spurs. A team that nobody, and I mean nobody, thought would be anywhere near this list.
So how on earth did they do it? How did this super young team break into one of the most exclusive clubs in all of basketball? Well, the answer really boils down to one unbelievable player.
5. That is how many blocks Victor Wembanyama had in a single, crucial game during their recent 10-game win streak. That's the streak that launched them into this entire conversation. The guy's an absolute defensive machine, a total game changer, night in and night out.
I mean, just let that sink in. It sounds like something out of a myth or a video game, but if you've seen him play, you know it's just a fact. We are talking about a 7'6" anomaly who is fundamentally changing the geometry of the entire court.
And his presence is making even the smartest, most seasoned analysts basically throw out their old playbooks and start believing in something that feels, well, impossible.
That's from ESPN's Brian Windhorst. For a veteran reporter, a guy who's been doing this for over 20 years, to say he's booking a hotel in San Antonio for the finals, that is not just a prediction, that is a declaration. He's taking the word impossible right off the table.
And this belief isn't just based on hype, it's actually backed by hard data. As you can see right here, the Spurs aren't just beating up on bad teams. They have the best record in the entire NBA against other winning teams. They are beating the best of the best.
So let's just recap the whole argument for them. They have the league's best record against other winners. They have incredible depth at the guard position. They have a talent in Wembanyama that you might see once in a generation. And they're doing all this in the Western Conference, which is an absolute bloodbath. So the case is simple, right? If they can survive the West, how do they not win at all?
But for every one of those bold predictions, there's a voice of reason. A reminder that championships are not won on paper. And history? Well, history casts a very, very long shadow.
ESPN analyst Jay Williams, he puts it pretty bluntly. This is a media dream. And he's got a point, you know? The idea of this young, exciting team making the finals is the perfect story. It's the narrative everyone wants to see happen. But a great story doesn't always equal a championship. All that hype can create a bubble that hides some real weaknesses.
And this right here, this is maybe the biggest argument against them. The great analyst Michael Wilbon has said for years that teams need to fail first. They have to experience that playoff heartbreak, they have to take their lumps before they can really get to the top of the mountain.
And here's the difference. The Spurs have 0 shared playoff experience. Meanwhile, you've got teams like OKC and Denver who have been through the fire. They've had their hearts broken and they've come back stronger. Playoff basketball is just a different animal. Defenses tighten up, every little flaw gets magnified, and coaches make ruthless adjustments from one game to the next. In the playoffs, where every single possession matters, that kind of battle-tested experience can be the difference between winning a title and just going home early.
So it really all comes down to this. It's a classic battle between what we know to be true and what we have literally never seen before.
So are the time-tested rules of history going to hold up, proving that experience is the ultimate key to a championship? Or is Victor Wembanyama a force so unique, so transcendent, that he can actually rewrite the rules and lead this team of babies all the way to the promised land?
This season, we are all about to find out.